All right, everybody, welcome back to G3. And today, I'm going to see if I can get this running. It's a Troy-Bilt 4-cycle. It's the TB6044XP. And I got it from a guy the other day. He was throwing it out and said that he hadn't been able to get it running. And it's sat for who knows how long. So I'm going to take a look at it and see if I can get it going. One thing about this one is can't really test it out with this because it is the jump start kind. So it didn't come with one, but if you have this kind and dropped it, you have this kind, this is the jump start key. This is what you put in your drill, and it goes right in there, and it'll turn this way, and it'll act as you pulling the cord. So let's get right to it. Let's take a look. See what it sounds like. All right, so obviously you go in the direction of the arrows. Okay, nothing on that. All right, we'll put that to the side. All right, let's take a look at the gas. Okay, gas does not look great, so I'm gonna go ahead and empty that out. Before I do, let's see if we can even get into the bulb. All right, that bulb is definitely cloudy, and there is nothing coming to the bulb at all. All right, so that's gonna need to be replaced. To replace one of those, you just get another bulb. When you take all this apart, you can put one in, but you can see what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be clear. So we'll have to do that. But first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and get the gas out. Be right back. All right, so got all the gas out, and one thing that I noticed when I was getting the gas out, I could hear something knocking around, and you can't see it right now down in there, but what I saw was one of these. So I'm thinking what this is, it's just a connector that goes into your fuel line, just like that, and it'll connect to the other side. So maybe that's why it's not getting gas. So we're gonna take a look at all this and see, but first things first, I'm just gonna put that back on for now. Let's go ahead and get this off. That side. Okay, that's the air filter. It's kind of nasty. I have a new one, some new material, just like that. So let's see if I can get there. That should be a T25 Torx. Well, that right there is going to be part of the problem. So what I was telling you is that that piece came out. There's the line right there. Let's see if I can get that out a little closer. So the line's supposed to be in there and it's just sitting right on top. So I'm gonna have to replace these lines. I'll do that when I'm replacing the bulb. So let's take a look here. Okay, we're gonna go and remove this. Get this out of the way. All right, these lines are a little stuck. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't have a camera on it. Okay. Pop that off. All right. So, it's your carburetor. That might be okay. This might be the problem right here. These lines. All right, to get this primer bulb out, there's a clip on the back. We just use our pliers and push it in. Get in there to get to it. There we go. And then that comes out. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just replace all these lines. All right, got all the lines back on. We're going to thread this little wire management system thing that they have. We'll do that last. Get all these back in there. Yeah, okay, come on. Clip in there. Okay. Just keep feeding these things through, and eventually they're going to come through. Bit of a pain. Okay. Got that. I'm gonna take that back off so I can see which one's which. Okay, let's go ahead and get all these lines hooked back up. Before we do that, I'll get this guy back in there. know, these lines sometimes are a little bit of a pain, but up, make sure it fits. All right, good to go. This exhaust line's got to go back on. All right. Start screwing it all down. All right. Just get everything tightened down again. And hopefully this will work. That'd be nice. All right, I'll put some gas in it. We're gonna take it outside and see. Go. Got gas in the bulb. Okay. see if it'll stay running. Stay running, but it's cranked. Let's try it one more time. Okay. That's probably going to be the carburetor. So, well, at least I know it works. We can get it going, and then we'll swap out the carburetor. Okay, so everything that I just did helped. So now, I already ordered a replacement carburetor, so I'm just going to take it back apart, and then we're going to replace the carburetor. So let's go ahead and start swapping all of these lines. Okay. And that one. Let's get this guy in there. Make sure it works with the new carburetor. Okay, good. All right, took all this back up in there. This is out the way. Getting everything to line up is always a problem with some of these. Come on. There we go. Getting there. This one's kicking my behind. All right, working on getting everything to line up. Sometimes the problem with some of these aftermarket carburetors is that they just don't want to line up the right way. So here, you can kind of see, if I can get you in there. This screw isn't really letting it line up, so gonna have to force it a little bit, but I get it. It's the problem with things that come from overseas. But if it works, it's great. Get it started. Now, just gotta push it through like that. Okay. Get the other one in. That one doesn't mind going in. All right, so before I tighten everything else down, we're gonna see if it runs. All right, we're gonna try it again with the new carburetor on there. Go ahead and prime it a little bit. Okay, do a little more to get that gas in the carburetor. Oh yeah. Got in the way, but it runs. Let me do some adjustments. Let me get that line out of the way though. And then just loosen that up. See if we can push that line down. There we go. Okay. So it wouldn't run. We were able to switch out all the lines, put a new bulb on there, and a new carburetor. So again, this is for a Troy-Bilt 4-cycle TB6044XP. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It's going to help me grow the channel. And thank you for watching.